Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the full moon. It's on April 12, it's at 23 degrees of Libra, and it is opposite the Sun and Chiron. What does this mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. Welcome everybody, especially if you're new. This video is going to be a little bit different than past videos. This video is in 3 parts. First, we're going to do a short overview of what this full moon is about. Then we're going to talk about your sign, love and money predictions for the next 2 weeks. And then at the end of this video, there's a little section of announcements that I have and classes that are coming up and other things. And by the way, if you'd like a copy of your chart so you could follow along on these videos, I can send you a PDF. There's a link in the description. So let's take a look at this full moon chart and how it relates to what's going on in your life. So I think that the thing that most people are looking for right now is some sense of certainty. This is really hard to find when we have a couple of planets retrograde. Neptune has just gone into a new sign, and we had the recent eclipses. So things going on in the world are actually quite uncertain right now. And if there's one thing that people hate, it's uncertainty. So along comes a full moon in Libra and the desire for balance. And so this is, when you think about it, Libra is about the scales. So the scales are in constant motion. They are looking for balance. They are rocking back and forth all the time. And so the scales represent this uncertainty. And we're all wishing for the scales to be perfectly balanced and perfectly still, but they're only that for a moment, because the moment they are, then we say, oh, I want a little bit more, or I want a little bit less, or I want something different. And the scales become out of balance again. There's this nagging feeling that so many people have right now of uncertainty about their jobs or inflation or what's going on in the world. And during this full moon time, it would be better for you to realize that the uncertain path is actually the path that leads to success. You see, all of the areas of your life that feel certain are the areas you've already explored, and these have not brought you what you've wanted. And so the uncertain areas on the map are actually the potential solution to what it is that you want: the better job, the more money, the fulfilling relationship, the just having more fun. It's when you take the uncertain path that you're creative, that you are discovering ideas, where you're helping the world, where you have this fulfilling life. This full moon is opposite Chiron, and most people think of Chiron as the wounded healer. But Chiron is also the portal. It's the open door, and it's sitting with the Sun in Aries, which suggests taking action. Now you might ask, well, what action should you take? Well, Chiron in Aries, Aries being the sign of innovation and raw energy, would say do something different than you've done before. And this is the full moon, so this action should be the biggest and the boldest action that you can do. Maya Angelou said something in her autobiography. She said, I looked up the road I was going and back the way I come. And since I wasn't satisfied, I decided to step off the road and cut me a new path. This full moon is halfway through the lunar cycle. This is the perfect time to check the path forward and back, and if you're dissatisfied, to embrace uncertainty and cut a new path, because it's the uncertain road that leads to success. Okay, Virgo, this full moon is in your area of money, and that means that it's time to look at money that's owed to you, to look at your budget, to see how that's working for you, see how you're spending money, kind of looking both forward and back to do an assessment of where you are, and if you are not happy with how things are going, to actually look for a new path. And if you would like to know more about what's ahead for you, about this or any other aspect of your life in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when we look at your chart for new love, Mercury is making a conjunction with Saturn, and so there are some real opportunities. Your relationship house is lit up. This is a really good time to get out there and meet new people for a love relationship. Let your friends fix you up, go to see, online dating, go to parties, like get out of the house. And what's going to happen is you will be around people and you could meet someone for a love relationship. And then when it comes to existing love relationships, Mercury's making a conjunction with Neptune. And this is an out-of-sign conjunction, but Mercury is going to move into Aries, where Neptune is now, and so that they will be an in-sign conjunction. So that means the two of you have a lot of common ground right now. Whatever you're working on, you can find a way through this, that you are more on the same page than you realize. That's the out of sign part. You might think that you have different goals, but you actually are aligned more than you know. And so it's worth hashing out during this time, because a conjunction's good energy. So you can work out problems, or you can become a united front if there's something external to the relationship that you both need to work on. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from Venus, which is retrograde and moving away from that conjunction with Saturn. And so that may have meant that you have received some no's in the last couple of weeks. And now it's time to approach these people again and say, I know you said no, but I do want to explore with you why you're saying no, what's the reason behind it. So consider that most of the time when somebody says no, it's not that they don't want what you're selling, is that they feel something's out of control and they're trying to establish some sort of equilibrium for themselves again. So consider this when you are out there looking for new customers or clients or prospects or jobs, because just hearing the word no doesn't mean it's the end of the conversation. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Venus is making a trine to Mars. That's a really good energy for making more money over these next 2 weeks. Now, a trine has that little problem that if you don't take action, the good energy just passes you by. So this is a really important time to lean into your business, look at your investments, actively participate, because you could make more money over this next 2 weeks. Now, when it comes to money from your career, so that would be a paycheck, it's an entirely different story. The moon is making an inconjunct to Venus. That means that there may be some issues around getting a raise, that you may have to make too many concessions, or that your company is blocked from making raises right now. So this is also if you are changing jobs, there may be some delays in getting your interview or getting your credentials done. So try to be patient during this time. This is still an aspect, and as adjustments are made, then things come through, but it's probably towards the end of this 2-week period or even after. Hi everyone, I thought I might change things up a little bit this time, and so I'm putting announcements at the end. So if you're interested in what is going on and what I have coming up, stay tuned. Otherwise, you can just jump off right here. So I've been looking for a way to connect with you guys, more. And so I've been doing these classes, New Month Wishes. They're at the beginning of the month. I started with a live stream and then I moved it to Zoom. So this next one is on April 1st at noon Pacific time, and it is on Zoom. It's free if you guys want to register. There's a link in the description. So what we do in this class is we briefly talk about the energies of the upcoming month, and then we write our wishes together, and then as a group we energize them together to give them more power. And so, but mostly this is just an opportunity for us to actually have a conversation. And so if you're interested, like I said, this one's going to be April 1st at noon Pacific time. So, and I know that doesn't work for everybody's schedule because I think it's a Tuesday. So I've been thinking about whether to try to move it again back to a live stream and a recorded version. So, but then it misses the whole interacting with you guys. So I'm not sure what to do. So if you have a thought about that, you can put it in the comments. I'm very interested in expanding this channel and doing more videos on Western astrology, Chinese astrology, and feng shui. And so, and if you like this content, I have opened it up to memberships now through YouTube. So if you do want to support the channel, there is a join button next to the subscribe button. So I hope you're already subscribed. And then if you'll hit that join button, if you want to support the channel, it's totally optional. In a few weeks, I'm going to be teaching a class for NCGR New Jersey. NCGR is the National Council of Geocosmic Research. It is one of the astrology organizations that's in the world, and NCGR actually has individual chapters. And so I'm on the board of the San Diego chapter. I'm going to be speaking for the New Jersey chapter. And if you are interested, you can join in because this is a Zoom class. And so I'm going to be talking about the astrology of home, and that is how your fourth house in your natal chart tells us what the ideal home situation would be for you. Also, we're going to talk about transits that could signal a move and whether you can make money in real estate. So if you're interested in that class, then just click the link in the description, and then there is a charge for that class. I think it's $15. But all the information is there when you click on the link. And then finally, I have a newsletter. It's been a monthly newsletter for ages. And then a couple of months ago, I moved it to a weekly newsletter where I talk about the different energies for each day. And then you see some of the pictures that I'm posting on Instagram. And so that is a free newsletter, and the link is in the description. And that's about it. I have more announcements that I'm going to be making in future videos. I have some new video courses coming out, and so we'll talk about it then. And because you stayed all the way to the end, which I really appreciate, I have a very special picture. This is not the last cat I had, but the cat before that. This cat was very good at opening doors, and since this whole video was about the portal that the Chiron can make for you, opening a new door, I thought I would share this.